What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome back to On the Bench with Pete, the series that you put on in the background whilst you hobby or paint along with me. And whoa, I have not done any hobby for a long time. You know this probably. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Let's get to the bench because I'm going to be doing other things as well. Okay, so what I've got here, I've just laid a few things out basically. Let's pop these glasses on my head. Get a feel for them again. I've got to sort my brushes out, people. I've got to sort things out. So I'm not just picking up and painting. I'm sorting out brushes. I've got my Bodice box set to paint as well. If you recall that. There's a character brush there. I bought two new brushes the other day from Army Painter. I like Army Painter brushes, a character brush and a detail brush. So I need to put them on the back burner as new brushes. But I also want to find... So I've got a lot of brushes here. You know the brushes I call glooping brushes? Yeah, well, I've got another thing of brushes to come back onto the bench here. These are just kind of like glue brushes and things of that nature. Not really what I would use for miniature painting. So what have I got? And this one is a Winsor & Newton. It's quite a good one. It's good for glue. It's good for just different things, really. And I'm loath to get rid of it. I am. This base brush, large base brush, is quite good. I need to find my little palettes I was using. So I've got a wet palette now. I got a wet palette. But I've also got other things I can use as palettes. Yes, I'm stood up. I've got to find... There we go. There's one. That'll do. And let's pop that over there out the way. My goodness. It's been so long since I did On the Bench. But you're along with me for the ride, as it were. Got my bin over there. Right, so what's this? This is a small dry brush. That's quite a good dry brush actually though. I should really get myself a new Psycho brush. An insane detail brush. Right, so okay. So what we're going to do, folks, I am going to get acrylic surf shade. I'm going to put it on this abomination. Let's zoom in a bit to him. There he is. There he is, because looks like I painted some rope on him last time. Right. So, before I do anything, grab a piece of kitchen towel. Take the lid off of my character brush, which looks quite of a new brush to me because I dipped it in the water. It's going to be quite watered down now, but oh, this is quite good actually. I'm going to apply this wash over his grey rags too, and his brown rags that he's got on his legs. I can hear my dogs barking. I said dogs, I've only got one now. Force of habit, that. Can hear my dog barking. Anyway, guys, so this is nice, actually putting some paint on a miniature, albeit a wash. I want to do some tutorials as well. I've been thinking whilst I've been laid up in bed, thinking I'd like to do some tutorials again. They were fun. Seems the majority of people prefer the tutorials where you do a miniature start to finish. I must admit, I think they're my favourite too for watching. So I'll see what I can do, guys. I'll see what I can do. This is really good. Probably not the most economic way of doing it, but I'm painting a miniature for the first time in well over a month. Because before I got ill, I hadn't done anything for a couple of weeks, so a good month and a half I haven't painted. And that's shocking. Right, so that's him. Actually, a bit more on his green bit there. That's the abomination there. So, we've used some Agrax Earth Shade. Wow. Now, I do apologise, guys, for my lack of energy in this video. I do. It's not much I can do about it, I'm afraid, but at the same time, I've got to push myself through this. I feel to break the mold of, oh, I can't do it. I've come out here several times, believe it or not, and just sat in the chair. I can't do anything. I just can't do anything. It's taken me ages to get this far. Right, so Agrax Earthshade, and all these paints I intend to put away when I finish, by the way. Okay. These Cadian Warriors. Carrick Stone, I think, was the is it Carrick Stone? I think it was. No, Zandri Dust it was. Carrick Stone, it was Zandri Dust for their fatigues. So I'm going to do that now. I wonder if I should use my wet palette. Let's get going on it. What's the point of having it if I don't use it, right? So let's open that up. Right, well, No need to thin it down because there's plenty of water in there. Right. Alright, so let's just so that's my glooping brush. Haha. Done. Right, let's see if I can use this character brush to good effect. Right, so yeah, seems to be going well. That's good. Alright, this will work just fine. My coffee is just about ready to drink. Oh, we've got think about what we're having for tea tonight as well. So I don't know what we got in the freezer, that's the thing. But I do know we have quite a bit of food in there. I do know that. So I'm just following along the folds of this. Forget how long it takes to do this. It's been a while since I painted miniatures. I know I've got this lovely blue cutting mat, and I've got this little green one over the top of it. That's kind of to help me focus where the miniatures are in relation to the camera. So yeah, so this is a good idea, having this in the wet palette, this Xandri dust. That's good. It's good. This is good. It's going well. Going well, folks. Did I apologise for my quieter voice? My voice has got a lot quieter. I'm assuming that will change over time. But right here, right now, it's pretty quiet. I didn't have a voice at all for a while. Hardly anything. I could barely breathe, let alone talk. So, you know, I'm getting better. That's a fact. This episode might not be the greatest, but I am definitely getting better. I've been watching a lot of your videos in internet land. I wonder if I can pull the camera that way slightly. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of them. Let's move this down a bit. Particularly the updates. I've been really enjoying Jamjar34's summertime painting challenge that he's been doing. Really helped me get through some tough times, to be honest. And if I can't do hobby myself, watching other people do it is the next best thing. Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely the next best thing. So, it's good to get infused by others. And then doing this stuff, I don't know, I really enjoy it, Makes me think, oh, I want to do that. I mean, those like Age of Sigmar models, Jamjar 34's been working on. It makes me want to do it, but I don't know anything about Age of Sigmar. So I'll just stick with what I know for now. I've got a load of Age of Sigmar models, but I'm thinking of using them for RPG stuff, so I will be able to get around to doing tutorials and things, which is the cool thing about that. I haven't been the only one that's been poorly either. Mrs. Mini Warzone has been poorly too, although she recovered a lot better than I did. Which I'm thankful for. My was it week 3? Maybe week 3, I think, of the illness. My vegetarianism took a back seat for a couple of meals. Well, it started with chicken soup, which is really good for you if you're poorly. I relented. I thought there was no point being an idiot about it. If it'll help me get better, then yeah. I'm not going to have high morals when I'm poorly, it's just ridiculous. And for the longest of time, I didn't want any food because I felt sick, like nauseous all the time. And around about week 3, I had a craving, and it was for Burger King. I don't know, I can't describe it to you, or why I did. I don't know. I don't know. But all I can tell you is I craved Burger King. And I remember we were watching an episode of Sleepy Hollow when it arrived. I don't know if you've ever seen that program. I'm not sure what. Well, I can't even remember what it's on. Whether it's on Netflix or Amazon or what it's on. I just can't remember. But anyway, watching that, and it was so good. I felt like an animal. I ate it, and it kind of cured my my nonchalance for eating food, because after that I started craving more and more things. Not meat, but I started getting hungry again. Because even my favourite things like crisps, and I had no interest at all. Wasn't fussed, wasn't bothered. Acadian Shock Trooper, that's what they're called. These guys, Acadian Shock Trooper. yeah, so yeah, that's what kind of cured me of my distaste for food. It's really, really weird. But in a way, I'm pretty glad it did, because I think it speeded up a little bit, at least, my recovery. Yeah, I think it did. So anyway, plans have I got when I can start moving around again? I'd like to go back to Seaton again. Went to Seaton before we got ill, and I don't think that's where I caught it from, because we didn't go in anywhere. We were outside the whole time. But I'd like to go back there. I'd like to go on the tram if it's open. It's got this amazing tramway in Seaton. It goes about 6 miles, I think. It's quite all alongside the marshes, and as I remember it, you know, a lot of those memories I have from childhood. But when we went back, you know, last time, a lot of my memories were still quite valid, you know, and I remembered them quite well, considering it's been a long time. So we'll see how this wet palette copes. So how are you guys getting on with your projects, and what are you doing? What are you up to these days? Been a while, so I gotta catch up, you know. So there'll be more silences in this one. We're all working on our models, though, right? That's what we're doing. All working on our models. Yes, Cadian shock troopers. I must remember. I've forgotten so much stuff. It's not even funny. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, so this is Andrew Dust. I must remember this, you know. So this is good. Keeps my paint wet for longer. Like I say, like I have said, I did make a wet palette. I just can't find it anywhere. It's been a few years. I don't normally use them because I don't normally use a paint for long enough, I feel. But in this instance, I feel I have. There we are. Don't want to go overboard. I think these will fit in okay with the other ones I've done. Yeah, I think they will. I think it'll be alright. Been getting rid of a lot of stuff lately. Well, I took my time over it. I didn't just do it all in one go, but I took stock of what I need to get rid of at home and junk that's been lying around. You know, what would ordinarily do would be to have a good clear out. But because I've been so poorly, I just haven't been able to. Haven't been able to, but did it eventually. I was like, that item there is going. Did it. All these things which just collect dust and they don't serve me at all. I just thought, do you know what? Time to go. If you're not serving me, you're holding me back. So I thought, right, yeah, time to go get rid of some stuff, and I did. And I'm mighty glad I did. I think I know, you know, when to stop and call it a day. You know, be sensible about it. Especially with how I'm feeling, like energy-wise. I think, I can't do no more. Need to stop at a suitable juncture, you know. Pretty okay with that. They're pretty okay with that. So I should be able to just pop my lid on that. That's wet pallet, and we should be good to go. So I've done the Xandri dust on there. Right, I'm just gonna have a sip of my coffee now. It's cool enough. It's nice to be able to drink coffee again. Really nice, actually. Right, I'm going to put my shock troopers to one side. Now, let's have a look at Anne. Well, I think she's ready to have some basing applied. You can touch up skin later on. Let's have some more coffee. Coffee is good for the soul. Okay. So I've got some astrogranite debris on my tool, texture tool thing, and can use that. Right, so what I should do then is pop my lid on my wet palette, and we'll keep that upright. Then bring this in. That's a jar of water for metallics. Right, so I'm going to apply some of this astrogranite debris to her base, because, you know, I can always paint it. I mean, it's got the texture in it. So, I mean, the fact that it's grey in a lot of cases helps me, because grey is a nice neutral colour and just easy and a joy to apply. I will say one thing, this isn't quite as easy as they make out on Warhammer TV. And then just simply turn the tool around and use the thin edge. Depends what basing stuff you're using, I think. Oh, I'm watching season... what season is it now? 8, I believe, of Ice Road Truckers. So that's quite good. Interesting characters in it. I like the characters in it, yeah. That's what I watch it for, really, is the characterization. Right. There. Applied the basing on Anne's character. So that's good. Well, I've already applied the basing, it would seem. It's Samson. Now I could do the same to the Abomination, I feel. Get this basing material on. Because you can paint this. If I want it to be brown, I can paint it brown. You know? Now, Astro Granite is what I used on my original Zombicide. I've got this itch in my fingers. I get it sometimes. I could probably do with an antihistamine. And it goes up my whole arm. Trying to ignore it at the moment. Let's put some of this back in the pot here. Looks like we got way too much out. Now this is the only Zombicide that I've got that nobody's played here at the moment. Once I've run through a few games of it, and I will make it a few games. I'll see if the fam want to play. Right, so I've got his basing material on it, at least. Oh, what's this itch on my hand and stuff. Oh. Right, so let's wipe that off. Close the pot up. some coffee. So that's good. Each one coming a step closer to completion. That's good. Good news. What colour to do the rims of these zombies yet? I did do a tutorial on one of the runners, I remember, back along, as I recall. I'll have to dig him out, see what colour I did the rim of his base. Regards to the heroes, I don't know whether it's worth even painting the rims of their bases, because you clip them into the into those coloured rings, you know. The Samson, he looks ready for dry brushing. I might do that. I think he needs some more highlights, more wash on his skin and stuff. A bit of tidy up work to do there too. That's okay. Let's check out the Necromancer. I'm gonna do his stuff. He's got like a ram's head on his staff or something. I don't know. But we'll do his staff, I think. Brown. Mournfang or Blood Tracker? Blood Tracker Brown. And we'll get back to using this palette. Because it's literally only going to be for this. Don't have a anything to paint him by, you know, any box arts or anything. Right. More than enough. Then on with the miniature. Well, guys, painting these miniatures feels wonderful. Feels amazing, actually. I can't describe to you how good it feels to be painting again. And I'm sat in my best seat. It's the most comfortable seat I've got. You know, should I have a fatigue episode and I just need to put my head on the desk or head in my hands, I can always stop the video and edit anything out that doesn't need to be here. You know, if I've got to do that, I've got to do that. That's fine. I think I'll be alright though. I think I'll be okay. There we go. There. Not bad at all. Oh, I'll tell you something I started doing just yesterday actually. I started playing chess again. Playing in my computer, well, on my phone actually. Just trying to get my cognitive abilities back to where they were. Still got a long way to go. But I'm on the right path. I know on a good day I can beat my computer on any level, black or white, doesn't matter. But yesterday it's kicking my ass on a hard level. So we're okay, we'll start from the beginning again. Back to level 1, the easy level, and beat that both colours, which I have. Then went on to the next level, beat that both colours, which I have. I'm up to currently now the normal level, so we'll see. Right, difficult to see on this chap because he's all black, but he's got a skull in his hand, so we need to paint that. And the ram's head and horns, we need to paint that. Really. We've painted some of him now, which is good. Who else have we got? Aha, perfect. What's she called again? Nelly. Well, I'd say she was wearing a dark brown bodice. Yeah. Dark brown. And that is a dark brown, isn't it? Is it Rhinox hide dark? I would say yeah. Do I have anything else? I have a colour called Smoky Ink, which is like a gnat's wing, lighter than Rhinox hide, because it's already made up. I'm gonna do that. So Smoky Ink is called. I remember story for you. I've had this paint for many years, about 7 years, and the first time I got it, I thought it was ink because it said Smoky Ink was the colour. Little did I know. I mean, that was literally just the name of the colour, not the actual. It wasn't describing the actual properties of the paint itself. And so I was severely disappointed when I was looking for an ink, and it came out all thick. Splodgy, yeah. Let's give it a bit of a shake. So I can get some paint on all of these miniatures. That would be cool. What time have I got here? 47 minutes. Thing is, when I can finish and on the bench at like 1/4 the hour, 10 past, 1/4 the hour. Time I've gone through edited it, it's still under an hour. Right. Thinking that should be enough. No, way too much on the palette. Okay. So I'm going to do a bodice. Right. Not going to be easy. I've actually thinned it down enough for it to act like a contrast paint. suppose I could have used a contrast paint. Didn't think about that. Watched Star Trek last night, the Next Generation. Watched the episode, I forget what series it was, but I watched the episode Lower Decks. Quite a good episode, that. I remember one of the ensigns got killed, but I just couldn't remember which one. They're all going for promotion, so. Yeah, so I've done that. Gotta work out what's the bodice and what isn't. I've got to come in and clean up the past error with some white anyway, so that's fine. There. Not bad, not bad. There. Bad at all. Her shoes or sandals. Guess I'm gonna have to do her feet, do them the colour of skin first. I'm gonna do them Gilliman flesh, I think. Gilliman flesh, there we go. Because I figure the bottoms of the feet, I think this is going to be a darker one. I think the bottoms would be dark anyway due to dirt and whatnot. Heard Rufus barking again then. Strange, I've only got one dog. They used to be a team, I used to bark in team. It was like a team-handed effort. Team effort all around. Right, let's let our feet dry and then come back to our sandals. So we're getting paint on most of the models that I got out, especially with the Zombicide. Right, we've got Baldric. Right, so he's got a. Right, we'll do him a light grey cloak. We've used a lot of brown so far. So we've got cold grey. I think that's a bit too dark actually, cold grey. No, it isn't perfect actually. Cold grey is the way forward. Should give it a bit more of a shake. So what time have I got here? 53 minutes I'm up to at the moment. Like I say, with editing, that'll come down. I haven't forgotten that much. Although it feels like it's been an eternity since I've been out here. Cold grey. Do you know, I'm so happy to be out doing this again. I could almost cry. How happy is that? It's just wonderful being able to be out here again and do this. You know, just amazing. Means I'm getting better, right? I'll put blood on their swords and whatnot later on. Right, so this is my. So this isn't the new character brush I've just ordered. This is probably a new one I had a while, but I've only just used once or twice perhaps. Now the thing is, with these miniatures, I know I don't need to paint them all in order to start playing it, but I want to. Tell you what I've been looking at is the Ghostbusters game. I see the miniatures in the game and I look at them and I think they don't look good enough to paint, so I probably wouldn't paint them. But you never know, who knows. If I was ever to get it. I say if I was ever to get it. I've been looking at it on there's one on eBay I'm looking at, which is second hand, so it's like really cheap. If we were ever to move, and I am hoping one day we will be able to, that is, having have a place dedicated for board games. A place dedicated for painting miniatures. A place dedicated for wargaming. I might just go back on this sword. I had this idea of doing non-metallic metals, but I think I might just do the metallic, because I think it'll look better with the blood. I don't know if I should bother doing non-metallic metal on a game board piece. Board game piece. Game board game. You know what I meant. So like I say, this is wonderful to be able to do this again. Absolutely wonderful. Oh, you've no idea how good this feels. I can feel that it's tiring me. So I'm truly wondering what an 8-hour shift is going to be like going back into that, or whether they can integrate me back slowly, like gradually, you know. Perhaps I could talk to them about that. That might be the way forward, I think, to get me back to work. I still don't want to do too many hours and make myself poorly again. That just doesn't make any sense. Darn, I've gone over the wrong bit there. Well, what are you going to do, hey? That's alright, we'll figure out what colour we used for his undercloak, and I'll fix that later. Bound to make some errors, you know, along the way. That's alright. Baldric. He seems alright actually. I think I might like this guy. Definitely have him along. he looks like a sort of druidy type. Oh, my role-playing group, by the way, we are going to have a Teams meeting, actually. We're going to be having a Teams meeting when everybody is, well enough to, and yes, that means me. We're going to have a Teams meeting, catch up, talk about where we're going from here, gaming group wise, what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. And I think that's a really good idea, because so much has happened with all of us that it's going to be hard to just pick up where we were as if nothing's happened, and that's not going to be the case. Everybody's gone through something, and whilst we don't need to go through each other's life history, we do need to talk about the future, what we're going to do. Can we still do anything, something? One of us has moved far away, so we're going to talk about all these things, and because we need to. And if we do move, if I move in the future, then I'll be further away again. So yeah, I imagine this is going to be the case for a lot of people. And I haven't been I forgot what I was going to say now. Got what I was going to say, doesn't matter. Right, let's move on then. Let's have a look at this dude here. Yeah, that reddish cloak. I might put a red wash over the brown, because that will go nicely, I think. Right, I want to get something on him. Well, he's got a bit of an off-white robe thing going on there. I'd not say it was a shabby bonus. I don't know though. I don't know. Ivory. Could we have ivory? I don't know. Ivory, a bit whiter. Yeah, I need something whiter than that, I think. Screaming Skull. Wraithbone. I think Wraithbone. Wraithbone for the win. I'll do his robes. His front robes. Wraithbone. I can end this video when I want, because my rules. What time have I got here now? Hour and 4. Well, seems a shame to end it now, because I'm doing so well. Like I say, take out a lot of the long, huge silences, and you know, things. It's going to take it right down. It's going to take it below the hour, I reckon. But if I leave some of them in, I'll just have to use my discretion. At the end of the day. Right, now, it isn't just the robes at the front. It's the robes he's wearing under his armour here. He's got his bedroll to do as well. Yeah, not bad, not bad. One reason I'd like to go back to Seaton is because it's where I came from. Another reason is it is a holiday town, I suppose. It's got a good feel to it, I suppose. It's quieter in the winter, it is true. It's got a feel, something about it though that feels good. When I went, I was like, I felt I'd come home. Don't know how else to describe it, really. It's just a strange feeling. So we got those robes there done. I'm going to tackle those. They used to have really good carnival there when I was a kid as well. I don't know if they still do. Probably haven't done the last couple of years, but I mean, you know, once they start doing it again, I imagine they would. There. I've done some stuff. On him. Well, what are we at? Hour and 8. Let's see, what else? Okay, what could I do for him? Well, he's got some red. Got some new reds, but I don't think it was no, more like a, yeah, it's more like a Mephiston red. Fine. Mephiston red for his under robe, or his lower robe, I should say. Mephiston red. So this has been really, really enjoyable, you know, just putting some paint onto my miniatures. Oh, look at that. Dab more. Hey. So it's been quite an eventful few days. Stuff been arriving, this blue cutting mat for instance. I love it, I think it's brilliant. Right, so also I've got a nephew in Seaton. I've got two nephews actually that live in Seaton. It'd be good to catch up. This is good. Getting this paint on here. Yeah, I think with a lot of them I'll just go back to, with their swords and things, I'll just go back to metallic metal as opposed to non-metallic metal. I don't know how I could be bothered to do it on these. And to be honest, I want to get on with playing the game. Said that with Aliens, didn't I? And I did. I played the basic, without the expansion. I haven't played any of the expansion games yet. Yeah, with a wash, he'll look just like his character card. I always like to try and emulate the character cards as much as I can with my painting. I think I, thus far, have done quite a good job of that with regards to Zombicide in general. Bit of tidy up required on his green cloak, but whatever. Yeah, look at that. Excellent. That just leaves Samson. And I think I know what I'm going to do for him. Because didn't I find or at least I thought I did. Ah, there we go. Yes, I did. A small dry brush. So, a bit of grey. A long beard grey. Or white grey. Long beard grey. Because it's not quite as white as the white grey. Right, got most of the paint off. Time to dry brush, my friend. Then this means I have put a little bit of paint on each of my figures for the ones I got out, apart from the aliens ones and then yeah, apart from the aliens ones, because the others are all out already. There. Excellent. And that concludes the session because paint has been applied all over the shop. Tell you what, let's zoom out. Zoom right out. Got my bar of soap here. My trusty bar of soap. So I'm going to clean out my dry brush with. Works wonders. Very good. Right. So I've done a lot of painting today. This is the most painting I've done in over a month and a half. I keep saying it, but wow, I'm so pleased to be able to get back into the swing of that again. Felt so good. Glasses off. There we go. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of On the Bench. Thank you so much for your continued support and kind words. It all means so much to me. This is the first On the Bench I've done in a long time, and it's going to take me a while to get back fully into the swing of it again, but nice to get this one under my belt. I feel it's a major achievement personally. That's my personal goals. I set myself little goals every day. This is certainly a milestone today, so I'm really chuffed with that. Thanks ever so much for joining me. Write some comments down below if you like, that would be nice. Share, check out my Patreon if you can, because it's thanks to that I've been able to do things like get a wet pallet and things like that I'm going to need for the hordes of the zombies that I'm going to be doing, and I've already started using it, so that's good. So thank you so much. Remember, all brushes lead to war. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now. Bye bye.